appearing to motion in Stephen Andrew Kahn to practice law in the state of Michigan.
You want to come around this way?
Thank you, Judge.
And to my right is his mother. I'm sure you know this because he was an esteemed intern of yours. However, let me just give you a little bit of background on Steve. He attended the University of Alabama School of Law, where he was on the law review. He was on JAG Moot Court. He graduated magna cum laude. He had some best papers for which he received awards. He went to University of Michigan undergrad. I don't know that I need to go any further after saying all of that, but I will also tell you that he has received a letter from the Board of Law Examiners in the state of Michigan that says the State Board of Law Examiners, pursuant to the statute in such case made and provided, has examined applicant Stephen Andrew Kahn of Farmington Hills and has found this applicant to be of full age and possessed of sufficient learning in the law, moral character, and ability to enable this applicant to properly practice as an attorney and counselor in the courts of the state. So it therefore recommends the applicant's admission to the Bar of Michigan.
Is that motion?
That's a motion to, what do I say? It's a motion to
Admit him to.
the practice of law in the state of Michigan.
All right. Well, I think I'll take that under advisement. Please raise your right hand. And repeat after me. I solemnly swear
I solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
and the Constitution of the State of Michigan,
that I will maintain
that I will maintain
the respect due to courts
the respect due to courts
of justice and judicial officers,
of justice and judicial officers,
that I will not counsel or maintain
that I will not counsel or maintain
any suit or proceeding
any suit or proceeding
which shall appear to me
which shall appear to me
to be unjust,
to be unjust,
nor any defense,
nor any defense,
except such as I believe
except such that I believe
to be honestly debatable under the law of the land,
to be honestly debatable under the law of the land,
that I will employ
that I will employ
for the purpose of maintaining
for the purpose of maintaining
the causes confided to me,
the causes confided to me,
such means only as are consistent with trust
only as are consistent with trust
and honor,
and honor,
and will never seek to mislead the judge or jury
and will never seek to mislead the judge or jury
by any artifice
by any artifice
or false statement of fact or law,
of false statement of fact or law,
that I will maintain
that I will maintain
the confidence
the confidence
and preserve inviolate the secrets
and preserve and violate the secrets
of my client,
and
will accept no compensation
will accept no compensation
in connection with my client's business,
in connection with my client's business,
except with my client's knowledge and approval,
except with my client's knowledge and approval,
that I will abstain
that I will abstain
from all offensive personality
from all offensive personality
and advance no fact
and advance no fact
prejudicial to the honor
prejudicial to the honor
or reputation
or reputation
of a party or witness,
of a party or witness,
unless required
unless required
by the justice of the cause
by the justice of the cause
with which I am charged,
with which I am charged,
that I will never reject
that I will never reject
from any consideration personal to myself
the
cause of the defenseless
cause of the defenseless
or oppressed, or delay any cause for lucre or malice, that I will in all other respects conduct myself personally and professionally in conformity with the high standards of conduct imposed on members of the bar as conditions for the privilege to practice law in this state. All right, we got through it. Now I make you do that. A lot of judges and clerks simply say it themselves, and then the other person says, I do. And I think that's a pretty meaningless exercise. So hopefully when you went through that, you have been able to embed that into your memory and take those words meaningfully. I grant the motion, and before I let you go, I wanted to share with you a few traits that I think that you will, because of my personal experience with you, I know that you will do in connection with not only the oath, but as you practice the law. But I think that it never hurts to remind folks. These characteristics will serve you extraordinarily well. And by the way, they are also exemplified by Ms. Seltzer back there, who made the motion. Integrity, honesty, politeness, courtesy, reasonableness, preparation, diligence, brevity, devotion, common sense, humor, vigor, courage, humility, and most important, time for family, friends, and recreation. You have to keep a balanced life if you're going to be a good lawyer and a good person. My namesake, although not my relative as far as I know, Chief Justice Earl Warren, reminded us that a dedicated bench and a militant bar are the natural leaders to preserving our liberties. And he stated, without an independent judiciary there can be no freedom, and without a militant bar to assert in court the constitutional rights of individuals, regardless of how unpopular those assertions might be at the moment, such rights become merely sounding brass and tinkling cymbals. Lawyers have a special trust and duty to maintain our freedoms, and care must be taken to ensure that they are capable of fulfilling that task. And as a lawyer, not only do you have an obligation to your clients, but you also have an obligation to our broader society and our Constitution to ensure that our liberties are preserved as being part of that militant bar. So I wanted to remind you of that as well. Now we have your mom here, who's now videotaping, but maybe you can give that to Mr. Miller, and then you can tell us anything you'd like to say about Steve, would be as embarrassing as you like.
Be as embarrassing as I like about him. Well, let's see, he is my middle child. I always knew he would achieve from the time he was just a little kid, because he was as competitive as they got. In preschool, he had to be the first one to finish in his math book and be ahead of all the other kids. So I think he's exemplified that as he went through U of M and he went through law school and did exceedingly well, and has made his dad and I just as proud as can be. And we love him dearly, and he's going to make a great attorney. He really is. And thank you, Judge Warren, for doing this. It's so special.
Very well. Steve, would you like to say anything?
I would just like to thank the court and thank my parents for all the support over the years. I really couldn't have done it without them. My family is really the people who have got me through like all the tough times, all the easy times. They supported me when they probably shouldn't have in extracurriculars that maybe weren't the best choices, but they knew that I was going to make the right choice in the end, and I appreciate all the trust and encouragement that they've given me over the years.
Very good. Well, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank
you.
I'm going to sign 5 copies of these orders, and then Mr. Miller or Ms. Williams will be able to tell you what to do with all these. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the future. What do you have a lined up job, or
Not as of yet. I'm still looking.
All right.
We just got done with Rocky's campaign.
Okay. Great.
So.
Great.